Okay, hello ladies and gents, mainly gents, but in this video, we're going to be talking about the women's flyweight fight between Katlyn, Chookagian, going against Antonina Shevchenko. I know you guys are thinking, who's Antonina Shevchenko, oh yeah, Valentina Shevchenko, they're sisters. Listen, the first thing I'm going to say is, whoever is the boyfriend of Valentina Shevchenko or Antonina Shevchenko, watch out. Do the dishes, do everything you have to do, because if you piss these sisters off, it's over for you. Hey baby, take out the trash. No, I'm watching the game. You don't decide. You don't decide when two sisters are ranked 13th in the world for the lightweight and champion in the flyweight division. Both flyweights. Yeah, that was just the first thought. I was like, dude, two sisters, like how badass must that be? Like you walk to a bar, you and your sister, and then people like don't want to give you a drink or don't want to talk to you. It's like, bro, I'm going to destroy you. Like, I can beat you if I can. It's like two superheroes. But anyway, let's start analyzing the underdog here, because as much of a badass she is, I don't think Chookagian is going to win this one. And I'll explain why later. Let's not take away from the fact that Chookagian is a very, very good fighter, okay? She has 13 wins and 3 losses, and almost 80% of her wins have come through a decision. This worries me a little bit because it shows that she doesn't really have the knockout power. She can't really seal it early, whether it is via submission or whether it is via knockout or technical knockout. She always has to wait until the end of the fight, which could be worrisome with a fighter in Antonina Shevchenko. We'll get into that later. Now, we also have to say something about Chookagian. Yeah, okay, she doesn't have knockout power or whatever, but she's only lost 3 times, and she's only lost once via knockout or technical knockout. So this is a fighter that, sure, she won't lay you out on the canvas, but at the same time, you won't lay her out. It's going to go to the brink of the end of the fight, So this is a true warrior we're dealing with here. So in terms of her jiu-jitsu background, she is also currently working with the Renzo Gracie combat team, and she has a brown belt. So again, we're not at the black belt level, but at the same time, brown belt, she knows what a triangle is basically. But having said this, Chookagian is also ironically coming back from a defeat against Antonina Shevchenko's sister, Valentina Shevchenko. So to me, I saw this as a disadvantage because, dude, the two sisters are definitely talking, bro. The two sisters are definitely going like, yo, Chookagian tried this on me. This is how she fights. She's a southpaw. This is like, dude, the sisters are definitely like creating their own game plan. And like, dude, trust me, like 100%. So that's another disadvantage. But the main reason why I'm worried about Chookagian and why I think, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name, I think Antonina is going to win is because first of all, Antonina is currently ranked 12 in the flyweight division, okay? And listen, being 12th in the world in whatever weight class means you're an absolute badass. Like, I don't care what it is, that's just respectable as it is. And at the same time, you could see her record now and you see like, oh, okay, she has a record of 8-1. Who is she? Like, how is she ranked 12th in the world? She's 8-1, okay? Like, Chookagian has a better record, 13-3. But what we're not seeing is where Antonina was before the UFC. Where was Antonina before the UFC? I'll tell you where she was. She was pursuing a career in kickboxing, which arguably is just as badass as the UFC. And you're like, okay, Mick, but like, what was her record there? Like, oh, okay, she, Overeem did so many different things as well, but like, what are the records? Okay, so she fought 40 times and she won 39 out of those 40 fights. Now, I don't know about you guys, okay? But after hearing that, like, never in a million years would I get within 6, disregard the social distancing thing. If we're living in a world where there's no coronavirus, I'm not approaching this woman within 6 feet or 6 meters. Hell, 6 miles. She'll beat me, okay? So that's definitely something to consider. Before the UFC, look, regardless, UFC, completely different ballgame, 8-1, that's a respectable record. Before that, she was 39 and won in a kickboxing in the kickboxing division. So someone who's like that reminds me a little of Overeem, which is why I talked to him about. I didn't talk to him. I don't know Overeem, but which is why I talked about him. Like, that's pretty much what Overeem did. Like, he joined so many different fighting tiers. And so again, like, it's important to see that some of these fighters, like, you see the records now, they might not be so high, but it's because they had a different career before, which definitely contributed to their success now. Because right now you have Antonina, who is 35 years old, so you're like, okay, pack it up, baby. But at the same time, like, she's an extremely dangerous fighter. And yeah, like, just to reiterate her fighting style, like the versatility of her fighting style, she's extremely versatile. Again, her fighting style encompasses Muay Thai, mastered in the Tiger Muay Thai gym in Thailand, where the badasses train. She did kickboxing, of course, boxing, taekwondo, and judo. Tell me something she didn't do. I can't think of something she didn't do. She has everything. So she's extremely dangerous. She's gonna win this fight. Like, I don't care. Like, I think Antonina's gonna win this fight. She's my favorite. And obviously she's the favorite also to, the rest of society. Her odds are -150, and Chookagian is the underdog with +110. Either way, this is going to be an amazing fight. Again, Antonina has a lot more experience, but Chookagian, is also one that is rallying up a little bit. Like, she's been getting some wins in recent times. So again, it could go either way, but I'm inching more towards Antonina 100% based on everything I just said. And yeah, but again, I'm interested to know what you guys think. Comment down below how you guys think it's going to go. I'm interested to see your feedback. If you guys are interested in the channel, I just finished covering all the prelims. At the same time, we have to talk about the main card, which the videos that are going to be coming up later. We'll talk about that. We got Tyron Woodley against Gilbert Burns, who's definitely going to be a great fight to look at. But yeah, if you're into that type of stuff, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.